Kia ora, good morning from a wet but still warm Wellington. It is Wednesday. I am Mike from Markets. This is Kiwibank Markets in a minute. Okay, no dilly-dallying this morning. The US Federal Reserve, they enacted an out-of-cycle 50 basis point cut to their cash rate overnight. Out-of-cycle just means the move wasn't made at a scheduled meeting. Yeah, they said they would take action and some decent action. Yeah, that move came on the heels of a 25 basis point cut from the Reserve Bank of Australia at their scheduled meeting last night. We also had 25 points of cuts from the Central Bank of Malaysia, the Bank Negara Malaysia. I think that's right. Fortunately, this is the internet, so someone will tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, bless them. Back to the virus impact fighting front. Finance ministers from the G7, the globe's largest economies, they had to get together overnight. Maybe it was a Skype call, travel restrictions and stuff. Either way, they pledged a readiness to act. They didn't say how or when that acting might take place, but yeah, neither did the Fed when they expressed their willingness to act on Saturday, and it's only Wednesday. Yeah, just back to the Fed. Chairperson Jerome Powell, he cited material changes in outlook as justification for the move, which, for your guide, brings the US cash rate down to a band of 1% to 1.5%. These are range rather than a defined point. If you're wondering why, that is a good question for another time, and that is a Star Wars reference. Yeah, okay, so reactions to the Fed's emergency and surprising but not super surprising action. Equities, we'll start there. The S&P 500, that was down 1.5% pre-announcement, jumped to be 1.2% in the green on word of the cut, and has since paired those gains to be back down 2%. Yeah, at the time of recording. 2% in the red. Yeah, from a local perspective, the Fed move sent the New Zealand dollar gapping to a high of 63.25 US cents. Again, the advance wasn't sustained. The bird is a smidge below the 63 cent mark now, which is still up on the mid-62 level before the RBA yesterday. Also on the local front, but not really having a discernible impact, dairy prices at the global dairy trade auction, they fell 1.2%, third consecutive decline. No one seemed to notice. What else? Gold, that surged 3%-ish. Yeah, I think that's all the important stuff. More detail on the numbers and the current currency levels in first hand. May we live in interesting times. Interesting indeed. Yeah, that's a nice ending. Have a happy Wednesday. Ka kite.